Lady Justice had her hands full this year in Kern County. Here's a look at some of the most memorable moments inside the courtroom.
Kern County may be considered a small town to some, but it sure does have some big court cases. This year alone, we have had everything from murder and discrimination to vandalism and DUIs. The case of Trezell and Jacqueline West tops the chart when it comes to national media attention. Trezell and Jacqueline West were on trial after months of delays for the murder of their adoptive sons, Orrin and Orson West.
I ask you to find Trezell West and Jacqueline West guilty beyond a reasonable doubt for the murder of both Orrin and Orson.
The boys were reported missing in December of 2020, but Trezell and Jacqueline were not arrested until March of 2022 for their murders. Their actual trial didn't start until a year later, in March of 2023. The main evidence of the trial was a recorded interview of one of the couple's biological sons claiming to have seen Orrin dead. Then on May 19th, after just 2 days of deliberation, the jury found the couple guilty of the second-degree murder of Orrin. They were deadlocked when it came to the murder of Orson West, but were found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, willful cruelty to a child, and false report of an emergency, bringing some closure for the biological family of the boys. They were both sentenced to 15 years to life. Another murder case that finally hit the courtroom was one that has been 11 years in the making. 30-year-old Desiree Thompson went missing after an alleged domestic violence incident with her husband back in January of 2012. She left her house and was spotted at a liquor store in California City, never to be seen again. In the meantime, her murderer on the loose for over a decade, something no family should ever have to go through.
She was very loving, very caring. She loved her children. Her children were her world.
Then, in a shocking turn of events, in July of 2022, the coroner confirmed her remains were found in the former backyard of 61-year-old Jose William Lara in California City. This new information was found after two people came forward and said that Lara had confessed to them what he had done back on that cold evening in January of 2012. The trial began on May 9th, and the DA's office says that they learned he met Desiree as she walked home and took her back to his place where he killed her. After 30 minutes of deliberation, they found him guilty of murder, and he was sentenced to 25 years in jail.
Exhausted, emotional, yet feeling blessed because of the sentence. It's been a long time coming. 25 years for a 62-year-old man is a long time, and he will never see the light of day.
Another murder case has been hit with delays. 18-year-old Kareem Rayad has been charged with second-degree murder after allegedly hitting a car head-on on Campus Park Drive. On April 18th, Rayad was allegedly driving 100 miles per hour with THC in his system before he struck and killed 66-year-old Gayla Sue Price, the same week that he had already been arrested for a separate DUI incident. Chain Cone and Clark Law Firm released a video to us of the moment right before the alleged crash. While being incarcerated, Rayad has been able to get treatment for his injuries outside of Kern County.
I am not going to keep him incarcerated if it will damage his physical health.
Something the Price family says shouldn't be allowed.
The holidays are coming up, and he gets to be home with his parents for the holidays, and our mom will not be here with us. And I don't understand the justice system, I really don't.
During the course of his treatment, the trial has been delayed. This is not the only case that has gotten postponed. Benny Alcala Jr. was a 43-year-old counselor at Wasco State Prison before he was shot and killed in the Target parking lot while charging up his electric vehicle in August of 2022. Eventually, Robert Roberts and Sebastian Parra were arrested for their alleged involvement in his murder, but actually trying the case has been met with some unexpected challenges. That's because the defense attorney for Robert Roberts wanted a Bakersfield, California reporter's notes taken from a jailhouse interview with Parra, which she was not willing to do. After a delay in the case, the appellate court decided that she would be required to give over her notes in order to give the suspects the right to a fair trial. The next court hearing is set for February 1st. The family of the correctional employee has filed a lawsuit against Target, claiming they should have had more security. In addition to murders, vandalism also got a lot of attention this year. Kyle Sisson pleaded no contest to putting racial slurs on a historically black church in Delano back in 2022. We sat down with Sisson for an exclusive jailhouse interview before his trial. Are you racist?
Commonly.
just commented by the fact of how normal people are kind of racist.
So you won't confirm, but would you deny that you did it?
I will say that it's in my interrogation. The very answers, the likes of which you're gonna have a lot to think about.
He was ultimately sentenced to 4 years in jail. And if you like sweets and have grown up in Bakersfield, you probably know of Tastry's Bakery. For years, they've been the center of a very divisive court case. In 2017, the bakery referred a same-sex couple to another shop due to their Christian beliefs. The judge ultimately sided with the bakery, saying they did not discriminate since they referred them to another bakery and their actions are protected by free speech. But on October 23rd, the California Civil Rights Department filed an appeal to change the ruling. Tastry's has until January 18th to file a response to the appeal. A case that never fully went to trial was Lisa Core. She was accused of driving under the influence when she hit and killed 10-year-old Kaylee Brown and 19-year-old JJ Malone back in 2021. She pleaded no contest to the second-degree murder charges.